Okay, the Chrome OS now provides users with the ability to easily do screenshots or even screen capture video. And this is all done from the taskbar. So if we go into the taskbar here down by where the time is, you'll see an option for screen capture. And so when I tap on screen capture, there's a couple of options here. One, I can just select the screenshot. So whatever I'm on, I can take a screenshot either of a selection, the entire window, or just the window. But in this case, I'm going to do some video capture. So I'm going to tap on this and I'm going to select the entire window. So this is full screen, this is a selection, and this is like a tab within a window. The other part here that I want to pay attention to is the settings, because it defaults to the microphone off. You might want to turn that on so it also records your voice. And you also may want to select a folder where it saves it to. It'll automatically save it to downloads otherwise, but if you want to place it in a folder in your drive, you can select that folder by just going here and then browsing to the folder that you'd like to select it to. All right. So once I'm ready to go, so I'm going to use video capture. I'm going to do this entire screen. You'll see a little camera pops up. And when I tap on the screen somewhere, it counts me down and it begins to record my voice. So this is really helpful. You know, for instance, if you were on a website and you wanted to discuss it and explain things, or you had something else that you wanted to discuss, so maybe it was something in a Jamboard, or maybe it was some Google Slides, a presentation that you had, and you had slides laid out and you just want to add your voice to it. This is an easy way to do it. And it's also helpful for students. So if you had students and you wanted them to demonstrate an understanding, and for some students maybe it's easier for them to record, or you just wanted them to also demonstrate an understanding with something like manipulative. So let's say, for instance, we had a math equation like +4 plus -3, and I wanted them to use some type of manipulative. I could do that. So I could pick my colors here, and I might just draw some circles for red manipulatives, and there's 4 of them for +4. Pick blue for -3, and there's 3. And so students could be explaining what they're thinking as in terms of what they're doing here. So here, because there are 3 here, I'm going to group 3, and I'm going to, since I grouped 3 over here, I'm going to group 3 over here. I know that these cancel each other out, and so my answer is +1. And so they can use a Jamboard for doing something like this, or there's other things that you might think of that students could use to also use screen capture to demonstrate their understanding. Once it's done, you tap on this little stop button down here on the taskbar. It stops it. They can either delete it or see where it is. They can then click on the folder or the file. It'll bring them to the file. Here it is. It just gives it a random sort of name, so you might want to rename those. But then you can also share that by clicking on the share and then share it with others.